This is for you, Scorpio. Get ready for the penumbral lunar eclipse that's going to occur on the 18th of the month, and that's going to occur in the sign of Aquarius, the water bearer. Now, a penumbral lunar eclipse is not a complete eclipse. It's kind of just a shadow, but it's still important, and it sort of creates a situation where people are kind of shady, and people do that when they feel things are getting too hot to handle, and that's what goes on. So just, be as straightforward as you can, and if you're not sure about something, rather than be dodgy, just say, I'm not quite ready, but thank you, or something. Just be straightforward, but you don't have to say that you're sure. Just say, we'll see, or something like that. And if you're not sure, ask what you're not sure about. Get the information you need, and then say, okay, that's all. That's all you need to do. This penumbral lunar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius, it's the second of 3 lunar eclipses that occur this year. All right. Now, if you're interested in understanding this, since this penumbral lunar eclipse is in the sign of Aquarius, the water bearer, you might want to check scripture for that. For the age of Aquarius is what we're talking about, and the eon of Horus. Where is there a reference to the water bearer? It's in Luke 22:10, and he said to them, behold, as you go into the city, there shall meet you a man carrying a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in. That's what you need to look for. Now, Mars will ingress into the sign of Sagittarius the Archer on the 2nd of the month, moving your focus out of your first house of self and appearances into your 12th house of spirituality, giving you a newfound zeal for your sacred soul and the expression thereof, whether you convey this individually or via established religious or devout organizations. The planetary angel Chamael, assigned to the planet Mars in Kabbalah or Kabbalah, also called Chamael, being Samael or sometimes Azazel. On the other side of the coin, of course, since these angels apply varying levels of correction and severity that sometimes involve anger or even violence. So be mindful when utilizing these powerful angelic forces. This is not for beginners to just take on this type of angel magic. If you're not adept at it, it can be dangerous because these are powerful forces. And you can find our disclaimer at the end of this video or on our blog at Psychic Astrology by Pastor Rosemary, our Readings by Rosemary blog. Now, who is he who said, see now that I, even I, am he? The cause high above all causes, the one that is called the cause of causes, is a cause among all the rest of the causes. So every single one of these causes shall not do anything unless it receives permission from the cause above it. The phrase, and there is no Elohim with me, Samael and the serpent, I kill and I make alive. I kill with my Shekinah whoever is guilty, and I make alive with her whoever is innocent. That is all from the Zohar. All right? So again, you can find the transcript for this at Psychic Astrology blog by Pastor Rosemary, and that, of course, is myself. Now, again, the Zohar is a very important book, and it's the main book of Kabbalah or Kabbalah. It's very important to read. There's other books, of course, but that's the main one. Now, Mars is known as the attribute of God the warrior, found in Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war, almighty is his name. Now, Pluto is still retrograde, traveling thus for the entire month and won't go direct until late September this year. Pluto is now transiting through the sign of Capricorn the Goat, which lasts until 2023. The retrograde journey of Pluto through Capricorn affects your third house of communication and transportation. This specific astrological occurrence causes you to amplify your psychic powers, and it's going to cause you to have sort of a preferred experience when it comes to what you want, when it comes to your exercise and how you're going to discipline yourself and your exercise regimens to remain serene and supple at this juncture. Be mindful to not overdo this month. Also, there is no need to rush at the moment. Just speak up when communicating with those you wish to talk to or visit in a very calm way without concern about what they might say. It's not about what somebody else says. It's about what you say. You control yourself, lest others control you. And if everyone controls themselves, and if everyone takes care of themselves and behaves in a dignified, professional manner, then all will be well. And everybody needs to manage their own manners and manage their own behavior. It's not up to other people to manage anybody else's behavior. It's up to the self to manage the self. That's where the key is. High quality contacts are indispensable right now, as are secure travel itineraries. If you want people to engage in enjoyable communication with you and travel opportunities. With all of this kind of reassessing and revisited and recounted, you should nevertheless never let people push you around just because they make promises about helping you, which they most likely will not keep. You know that. If they are cruel in their speech or manner towards you, since respect is a two-way street. Understand that. It's a two-way street. People need to be respected and honored. And that's simply by showing them a proper amount of taking them seriously. And that doesn't mean that they shouldn't then take you seriously, for they should take you very seriously if you take them seriously. Understand that. All right. Now the planetary angel, who is Azrael, is assigned to the planet Pluto in Kabbalah or Kabbalah. So Azrael is the great angel of transformation and death, known as the angel who is the one whom God helps. Azrael occupies the third heaven called Paradise, adding and subtracting the names of people in his large book, which he keeps until the end, when he will finally be the last to die. That's Azrael. He is known as Azrael in the Zohar, Azrael instead of Azrael, with an I instead of an A, where in the Zohar he's known as Azrael, where he accepts the prayers of those who reach the heavenly realm of the abode of God, also commanding many of the angels of God. Pluto is known as the attribute of God, the rich Father, and that's found in Luke 12:24, and that is, so if you will look at that scripture, it says, "Consider the ravens, for they sow not, neither do they reap, neither have they storehouse nor barn, and God feedeth them. How much are you more valuable than they?" Now, we have an Enochian angel prediction especially for you at the end of this video, so stay right here, don't go anywhere. That Enochian angel prediction is specifically for each sign, by the way. Now, let's see how your ruling planets of Mars and Pluto affect you this month, Scorpio. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. And a caveat is in order here. Now, people want to know, is there predestination or do we have free will? Well, it is not the same for everyone. For if you are a son of God who seeks the will of the Father, in Rosicrucian Kabbalah, they do utilize Christian Rosencrantz or Jesus Christ. But that designates being a son of God, at which point a person seeks the will of the Father, and at which point a person is a son of God, not a slave. And all will be resurrected at the end. Therefore, some to glory and some to reproach, and the ones that are not seeking the will of the Father will end up being slaves and be risen unto reproach. So everybody's going to be risen, and everybody is eventually going to come back into consciousness no matter what. So what comes at the end, according to our favorite author C.S. Lewis, the Christian author who wrote Mere Christianity, the Screwtape Letters, and many more, according to him, what comes at the end is not an end, but judgment. So mind your P's and Q's when it comes to how you deal with the law of the Father that has been given for your edification. All right, because people who are Christians or who are seeking the will of the Father, who are sons of God, whatever a culture wants to call it, those people have a free will, a choice. People who are not sons of God, or who are not in the body of Jesus Christ, or who are not a son of God, and whatever that entails in your particular belief system or religion or practice, who are not doing that, those people do not have free will, and those people are strictly restricted by the movement of the planets. There is a difference, and that is the difference. Now, your water guardian archangel Gabriel speaks to you from your Scorpio astrology archangel, who is Barchiel. That's the teaching angel. Now, this is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Scorpio zodiac angel Barchiel, who resides over the Scorpion's fixed water. And here are his messages for you in love, money, and health. Now, first, Barchiel's love, sex, and romance transmission with help of the mighty archangel Gabriel, who resides and rules over all the water signs. All right? Very important for emotion. Very important for lots of deep feeling and creativity. And also belief. Expect great assistance from fire signs, which are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, in the arena of your emotional relationships this month. You might need to ask questions about your family, your love life, or your friendships, and you're going to need to kind of have your wits about you. You're going to have your intelligence and your critical mind and logical thinking handy to decipher the vicissitudes, that's the windy roads, of this month's astrological quagmire of cosmological happenings. Fear not, Scorpio. Many have thought about how to best guide you when it comes to these important issues. You are, of course, your own best counsel. Nevertheless, you are at times too close to the situation. And it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. And, you know, especially when we're our own best counsel, we get too close to our own situation. And that's especially true when important matters come up. And thus, it's often difficult to get a good idea of exactly how to proceed. Now, we're going to now go to Barchiel's money and wealth transmission. The goals you have set for your life for business and career, as well as financial matters, come to a great fruition this month. Your triumph over adversaries in this arena, gaining position and power from monies well spent. It is indeed your own actions taken in the past that determine what you have to look forward to now, making past right actions taken the fruit of the Lord that maintains your treasure houses of wealth in the present moment, in the eternal now. The future is malleable, determined by your actions in the current moment, making the eternal now, the time of choice, and change towards what will either afford you additional financial proficiency or less of the mighty green stuff, the almighty dollar. You know what you're going to choose. And you're going to choose more what? More cash. Now, for Barchiel's health and fitness transmission. Again, this is with the help of the Archangel Gabriel. Look to an Aquarius for assistance with your health and fitness goals this month. You have burdened yourself with the needs of others and require time to pamper yourself. Right now, at this time, if you are to continue to be your best with which you need to be right now. The time to do some of the things you want to do rather than what others want you to do is now at hand. The time you need is going to be afforded to you, but it's going to be afforded to you ultimately from yourself. Others have already given you the time, but you need the time to rest and have some relaxation, some fun. But you need to allow yourself the time now. Now, those you have taught your correct traditions will now tend to their own matters with more competence, giving you the time to take your own goals up to the next level. Now for this month's Enochian Angel prediction. Again, this was gotten especially for you this month. A resourceful woman who is a water sign, possessing a light hair. That's a water sign. A woman possessing light hair activates a time of extravagance for those willing to move to wherever the money flows. A fluctuation in the status quo will be generated, at which time you might wish to take action towards adding to your already substantial treasures. Traveling to where the money is will be as simple as going to the grocery store in the New World. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Remember to chant your divine tone of I create. Or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of creating, and be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Scorpio. Now for the ephemeris information, the calculations for Eastern and Greenwich Mean Time. We have Eastern Daylight Time. We have on the 2nd of August, that's 2016, the new moon at 4:45 p.m. at 10 degrees Leo, 57 minutes. The full moon on the 18th of August, 2016 at 5:27 a.m. at 25 degrees Aquarius, 51 minutes. That's a penumbral lunar eclipse. That's the second of 3 lunar eclipses in 2016. It's penumbral, so it's shadowy. So again, it's a shady business indeed. Okay, but sometimes that's good. Now for Greenwich Mean Time, that's on the 2nd of August, 2016, the new moon at 8:45 p.m. at 10 degrees Leo, 48 minutes, and the full moon on the 18th of August, 2016 at 9:28 a.m. at 25 degrees Aquarius, 52 minutes. Again, that's a penumbral lunar eclipse. That's the second of 3 lunar eclipses in 2016. It's a shadow. Okay, so understand that. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Join us again next month